NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. This should be a good one to watch, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Right ahead, the NFL playoffs begin here on this Saturday afternoon. It's our visitors and our home team. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no...
The playoffs have arrived. It is the start of Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go here on this Saturday. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by 1 more week.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's gonna get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. They'll try the right side this time. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw yet again. Fires quickly, it is complete on the slant. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. Mike, so often we see when a draw play is called, so much of the success depends upon what look do you get from the defense. In this case, they dial up a blitz. It could be feast or famine. In this case, it's famine. The blitz runs right into the draw. They get stopped. No gain. But I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Third and 6. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
And he'll take it on in.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the visitors are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. And out of the gun, he'll throw, and that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. His throw left side is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will go all the way. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he will score. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a loose football. Oh, he gets it right back.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him, and he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And he's not going to get there again. Same player, same result. No gain, and now it's 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top, and that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
We're about ready now for the punt. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense. Still 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. This team's offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The first of 2 on this wild card Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you two in just a minute. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, and it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, in our game, these two teams have dug in. We're in for a great second half. And to call the action, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The third quarter begins with a run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
The speed on display. He's in.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The extra point is up and through. And the visitors up their lead. It's now 24-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Now a give on the ground. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card route. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They motion the slot man left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing now from the gun. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
There's that man again, another catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, running right. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the visitors are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. To the ground, a 1st down run. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They get 15 on that game. That's enough for a 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Tight end, the motion man to the right. A 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A throw on the move is caught. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
You can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for our visitors as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.